Here's $1,000. Just hold my hand. A story of unexpected grace. Robert Mitchell had built his fortune the hard way. 58 years old now, with silver threading through his dark hair, he ran one of the most successful technology firms in Seattle. But success, he'd learned, could be the loneliest achievement of all. His wife, Margaret, had passed 3 years ago. Cancer. The kind that comes quietly and takes everything. Their children were grown, scattered across the country, busy with their own lives. Robert understood. That's what you raised them for, after all, to fly away. It was a Tuesday morning in late October when everything changed. Robert was walking to his favorite coffee shop, the one on Pine Street where they still remembered how he liked his coffee. Black, no sugar, simple. That's when he saw her. A young woman, maybe 23 or 24, sitting on the sidewalk outside the shop. Her clothes were worn but clean. Her face was turned down, hidden behind a curtain of brown hair. But it was her hands that caught his attention. They were shaking, trembling so badly she could barely hold the small cardboard sign in her lap. Robert had walked past hundreds of people on Seattle's streets. You learn to look away. Everyone does. But something about those trembling hands stopped him cold. He thought of Margaret, how her hands had shaken near the end. "Excuse me," he said gently. The young woman looked up. Her eyes were gray like storm clouds and filled with a fear so deep it made his chest ache. "I'm not going to hurt you," Robert said quickly. Are you all right?" A foolish question. Obviously she wasn't all right. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I'll move if I'm in your way." No, you're not in my way." Robert knelt down slowly, his knees protesting the movement. Getting older had its disadvantages. "What's your name?" "Emma." "Emma, I'm Robert." He paused, searching for the right words. "Emma, I'd like to help you. Would that be okay?" She looked at him with such suspicion. He didn't blame her. The world hadn't been kind to her. That much was clear. "I don't want charity," she said, but her voice cracked. "It's not charity," Robert said. "It's a trade. I'm going to give you something, but I need something from you too." Emma's eyes narrowed. Robert saw her calculating, wondering what this well-dressed stranger could possibly want. He reached into his wallet and pulled out 10 $100 bills. Her eyes went wide. "Here's $1,000, Robert said, holding out the money. "But there's one condition." Emma stared at the bills, then at him. "What condition?" Robert felt his throat tighten. "Just hold my hand. For a few minutes. That's all." Confusion flickered across her face. "That's it?" "That's it." Slowly, Emma reached out. Her hand was small and cold in his. The trembling was worse up close. Robert wrapped his fingers gently around hers and felt something inside him crack open. They sat there on the sidewalk together. People walked past, giving them strange looks. Robert didn't care. "My wife died 3 years ago," he heard himself say, "and I haven't held anyone's hand since. I didn't realize how much I missed it." The simple human touch. Connection. Emma's hand gradually stopped shaking. "I lost my mom last year," she whispered. "Everything fell apart after that. Lost my job, lost my apartment. I couldn't hold it together." "I'm sorry," Robert said, and he meant it. They sat there for 20 minutes. Two strangers holding hands on a Seattle sidewalk. Robert told her about Margaret, about the garden she'd loved, about how she'd made him laugh even in the darkest moments. Emma told him about her mother's smile, about the lullabies she used to sing. When they finally let go, something had shifted in both of them. Robert gave Emma the money, plus his business card. "There's a job waiting for you at my company if you want it. Administrative work. Nothing fancy, but it's honest and it pays well. Call this number when you're ready." Emma stared at the card, tears streaming down her face. "Why are you doing this?" Robert smiled, and for the first time in 3 years it reached his eyes. "Because someone once told me that kindness isn't about changing the world. It's about changing one person's world. And today, Emma, you changed mine." 3 months later, Emma started at Mitchell Technologies. She worked hard, saved her money, found a small apartment. Robert checked in on her now and then, always appropriate, always respectful. Just making sure she was okay. But really, they were making sure each other was okay. Sometimes on difficult days, they'd sit in his office and drink coffee together. They didn't always talk. Sometimes they just sat in comfortable silence, two people who understood what it meant to lose everything and find something again. Robert never told anyone the real truth, that he'd needed that moment more than she had, that her trembling hand in his had reminded him he was still alive, still capable of feeling, still human. Some people thought he'd saved her that day on Pine Street. But Robert knew better. She'd saved him first. Sometimes the greatest gift we can give costs nothing at all. Just our presence, just our hand, just our willingness to see another person and say, "You matter."